Unit 3 Free Living Nitrogen Fixing Microbes. Module name Cyanobacteria as Biofertilizers to Inoculum Preparation, Techniques of Field Application and Crop Responses. Myself, Ms. Triveni Tari from PSC Sarasan College of Arts and Science. Outline includes methods of mass culturing of cyanobacteria, techniques of field application of cyanobacterial inoculants, crop responses to application of cyanobacterial inoculants. Learning outcomes: describes the method of mass culturing of cyanobacteria, explains the technique of field application of cyanobacterial inoculants, briefs crop responses to application of cyanobacterial inoculants. When cyanobacteria are used as biofertilizers, there are steps which one needs to follow, which includes isolation of cyanobacteria, preparation of starter culture, mass culture of blue-green algae, storage, field use of blue-green algal inoculants. Now, in the last module, we have already seen how the cyanobacteria are isolated from the soil and how they are cultured to get the pure culture. Now, further, once the starter culture is ready, the next step is mass culturing of cyanobacteria. Now, here we are going to study in detail mass culturing methods of cyanobacteria, which includes trough method, pit method, field method and the nursery method. The first one is the trough method, wherein zinc or iron troughs are used with specific dimensions and they are filled with soil. Further, 200 grams of superphosphate is spread and is watered up to 5 to 15 centimeters and the pH is maintained at 5.7. Further, 25 grams of carbofuran is spread to control insect, pest and mosquitoes. Further, sawdust is spread on soil and the starter culture is sprinkled over. Trough is kept in sunlight and is watered every day. After having sufficient growth, it is allowed to dry and these dried flakes are collected and packed in gunny bags. So that is all about the trough method. Second method is the pit method. Here, the procedure followed is same as that of the trough method. Only instead of using a trough directly, a pit is dug on the ground and is enclosed by a polythene sheath. And further, the steps remains the same as the trough method. The next method is field method, wherein small pots of 40 square meters with bunds are made. Plot is watered up to 15 cm height and 20 kilograms of superphosphate is added to it. pH is neutralized and 240 grams of carbofuran is spread to check the insects and pests. 5 kilograms of starter culture is sprinkled all over the plot and is irrigated at regular interval. After formation of dense mat, field is allowed to dry and the dry flakes are collected and packed in the gunny bags. The next method is the nursery method. Now here the farmers can produce algae along with the seedlings in their nurseries. If 320 meters squares of land are allotted to prepare a nursery, an additional 40 meters square alongside can be prepared for algal production as described for the other methods. By the time rice seedlings are ready for transplantation, about 15 to 20 kilograms of algal material will also be made available. So that is the nursery method. Now, the storage is a very important step over here. Harvested flakes are well dried in the sunlight and are packed in gunny bags. These bags are kept in cool and dry place. The blue-green algal inoculants can be preserved for maximum of 3 years. That is, the viability is maximum of 3 years. Field application of blue-green algal inoculants. Now, this inoculants can be supplied to the crops at 3 different stages or by 3 different ways. The first is the seeds itself will be treated with the blue-green algal inoculants and that will be referred to as the seed treatment. Second, the seedlings can also be treated with the blue-green algal inoculants and that will be referred to as the seedling treatment. Or directly the soil can be treated with the blue-green algal inoculants and that will be referred to as the top dressing or the soil application method. Now, the crop responses to the application of cyanobacterial inoculants. Here it is done or it can be observed with respect to the enhanced crop production, and the increase is up to 34%, and mainly this production or increase in the production is seen mainly in rice. These are some of the online and the offline references for the further reading. Thank you.